your own. I didn't have to add you.
That's weird.
Scott said he's on his way. So let's see how long it takes the dog to lose her shit. Did he get the kind of tank we needed?
I'm assuming so. I need to take measurements of it, see if it will fit right, like size wise. Because Carlos was saying that he was looking for something more the size of the toolbox in the bed of the truck.
Well, he needs something that's 50 gallons or so. And he wants rectangle because he's got to shrink down everything. Hi, Mary. Hi, Robert.
Hello. I showed him how big it was laying down flat in the bed of my truck. And I told him he could stand it upright.
Oh, Carlos?
Yeah.
That's freaking funny. Huh?
Not even there. Not my mess.
Come here. Drop it. Good job.
Yeah, when he left here, right before he left, I told him, I said, hey, make sure. I was like, let Mom know you're coming. He goes, I did. I talked to her on the phone. You were right there. I'm like, tell her you're on your way.
It's miserable, Mary. It's finally cooling down in here a little bit. When I got home, it was super warm in here. And of course, the animals were in that room. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. Hi, Tara. Hi, Beans. Hi, Timmy. Hello, Showdown.
So some rough
Miserable
stuff.
for me. That's what I look like. Huh?
Some rough stuff happened earlier.
What?
We think Punch pinched a nerve or something.
Uh-oh.
Because JJ called us and was like, when are you going to be home? I said, I think we're on our way home now. Why? He said she tried to jump in the chair twice and missed. And then
Hi,
she
Iris.
went to land on the floor. And that was it.
That was it?
Yeah, she just kind of laid there. She was just laying on the floor.
Hi, Jeffrey.
She can put weight on her back feet, but she can't support her body weight.
Wow.
Which is weird because normally if something happens to their spine or something, they can't hold their body weight. But if you're holding her, and put her back paws in your hand, she can hold her body weight. But it's the walking that she doesn't do.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Debbie. How you doing?
Hello, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Wow. The pocket is in the house.
He needs to come to an understanding with the other mods first. I have arrived, Sherry says. I love sitting here just watching to see who's going to show up. Scott's here. Scott is here.
You hear the truck or the music?
Music. Hi, Benny. How you doing? You just never know. Double tap the screen, everybody. Yes, please. Mary says. My dude, good to see you again. Hello, Blake. Tori, hi, from Debbie. How's everything going, Debbie? Have you guys been keeping an eye on that hurricane? We're doing all right. We're doing all right. There's a lot of drama at work. It has been, and it's only going to get worse. We have 20% of our employees quit yesterday. More like 30. So it's going to be a busy week.
3 out of 10. Ooh,
Actually, 4.
a fourth. Who all
There's a
quit?
fourth one. Another one quit saying he had too much football. He wouldn't be able to. Hello, Zayeli. Hello, Christian. Hello, Farron. Bailey. Double A. It's good to see everybody. The cool guy. I haven't went to the ocean yet. The water levels are going up here, even though it's stopped raining. Runoff from out of the mountains and higher ground. Pack Rat, hello. Kevin, hello. Al, hi. How's everybody doing? Wow, we got 38 people here, but only 18 likes. Come on. Double tap.
So Ed didn't say much or nothing to me today.
Who?
Ed,
That guy gets something. Ronan, how you doing?
he
I don't bake shit. So you ain't
he
getting no cookies from me. That's from her.
he made Kennedy mad, and it's hard to make Kennedy mad.
Really?
Because he blamed her. Dude was wanting a discount because he said dude said he was promised a king, and he got put into a double queen, and he wanted a discount for it. And he said something to me about asking me if I could do it. I'm like, I'll talk to Kennedy in the morning about that. She goes back in the audit logs, come to find out Ed's the one that did that.
I figured.
She's like, why are you blaming me?
He said that?
No, she said she was asking me. She was telling me and the head of housekeeping, Donna. She was like, he's the one that made the change, and he's blaming me.
There was a damn wasp in my house today.
Ew. I'd have cried like an ugly baby.
Down. Down. Bellamy. Hey. Hey, come here. Down. See? You know exactly who that is. How big is it?
I'd have ran too.
Um, can we put it in a corner somewhere for now so I can take it to the shop tomorrow?
Don't come in here and tell people to put their dogs up. You don't know life situation. If her dog's out, let her dog can be out. The dog quite literally knows who just showed up. So Heidi, nobody asked you for your opinion. I don't have to put their dogs up. It ain't your house.
Yeah, sit like that. Did you send pictures of this to Carlos? Oh, she's not on. Hang on a second, I'll ask her. If nothing else, just put it up here on the deck, right in front of that chair.
What?
Is it really heavy?
No, it's just fucking awkward.
It's just awkward. Okay. Did you send this picture to Carlos?
Yeah.
And?
The way it was laying down in the bed of the truck, he said, the way I had it laying down in the bed, he said it was too big. I told him you could stand it upright. And he said he's chasing a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, he's really chasing one. I will take measurements of it and send it to him along with pictures standing up.
It gets
Okay.
set in the direction you want. It's got hookups all the way around it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send him pictures and we'll get with him and make sure he's good to go with it. Put it right in front. Where you move those pickle buckets in front of the chair and put it right there. Because I got to take those to the shop too.
Bean said hello, Mr. Pancake.
Who's Pancake?
Scott. Pancake butt.
Where'd that come from?
Hello, Mimi. I saw you in here.
Hi, maybe.
Let me guess.
Yeah. Are you comfy? Hmm? What you doing?
Thank you, Debbie.
Hi, Siri. Oh, I missed that. I guess that's what I heard that last night, and I'm like, or night before, whatever it was. I'm like, where'd that come from? Yep, she sure is. She did drop down to category 3, from what I understand. Can you hear me?
We're good,
Debbie?
Siri. How are you?
Standing up in the.
Kitty cat's name. That's I almost butchered name. It's Jazzy.
It's what?
Like 75 gallons.
That's an
75.
80.
Standing
The
up.
tank.
Well, it'll be a lot smaller than what he's got, because he's
80
got that
gallon.
great big round one.
It didn't look that big in the picture she showed me.
Yeah, well, he had a great big round one. I don't know if I don't know what he's got now. Don't know if he found
Good night,
something that's
Daily.
smaller.
It's Jazzy. Good to meet you too, Blake. Hope you hang out. The tank is
Okay.
labeled. It's an 80
I'll take
gallon.
measurements. I think he'll be fine with it as long as he can make it fit, because he's got to do a dual setup in his pickup.
In the picture that she showed me, he had his entire truck bed full, and he had like what looks like came from Outwoods, like a sprayer tank, mounted up at the front of the bed by the cab.
So he got something smaller.
Yeah, like, it looks like it's itty bitty.
I think that was an old video. It was an aerial view YouTube short he did.
I'll go find something. He just did a video not long ago. When I was there a year ago, he had one of them great big round ones.
Right. Well, I found it. I looked at the top of it. There's a fucking gauge. It says gallons and liters on it. So that's how I figured out it's about 700 gallons.
Okay. Well, I'll take some measurements so he'll know and make sure that it's going to work. If not, we'll try and find something else.
Right.
I mean, this one can always go right back. Actually, I might use it at the shop.
There you go.
If you can find me the connections.
There should just be pipe plug fittings. Home Depot aisle, plumbing aisle.
That won't do me any good. I don't know the sizes. I don't understand all that. What? Oh. Why do you have to have such an outburst like that? What are you, 5?
I'll end up with your daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
See, it makes sense now, doesn't it?
Okay.
Damn, I totally forgot to do it. It's almost like I'm supposed to do it.
That's all right. It's not a big deal. Grandpa said for me to go to Harbor Freight and pick up a hole drill.
A whole saw?
Hole saw, yeah.
You're just gonna, you want what I got. I promise you it's gonna be
Okay.
a whole saw.
I just feel like it's not going to work better because I don't have a way to get it started.
That has a point on it. When you chuck it in the drill, the point in the bucket, it'll dig itself right in.
Okay.
I mean, it could have still wood, so it should do a plastic bucket.
Should. But, I mean, well, leave it to me to fuck it
How
up.
are you?
I can see that. I can totally see that.
Well, screw you.
Hi, Jazz. I gotta go check on my cat.
Yeah, she's done with you. Yeah, go check on the cat.
Love you.
Love you. See you later.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hey. Is she there?
No.
Where'd she
Somebody must have come in.
go? Well, when she comes back, I can't remember if I told her or not, but split punches back left leg. Like, she's had a hurt the nerve because she's, like, not straight anymore. And a back left leg. I mean, it works, but she won't put nothing on it.
Well, she was talking that she thinks that that he pinched a nerve.
Because I can pick her up and she'll, like, hold over my shoulder and have pressure on both the legs. But at the moment you set her down, she melts. Literally, she just.
Did a dog step on her? Did she fall maybe?
JJ said she tried twice to jump on the chair, didn't make it, and then just laid there.
Well, you know, she had a problem. She had a problem there for a while, you know, when she hurt her back.
Right.
Man, I just massaged the hell out of it until she started using it again.
And I might have to try that or like eat that or something.
I mean, I just put her down on the floor and I just massaged her and then I, you know, used my fist to slowly just kind of work on her back, and
Right.
that's the only thing I knew to do because I didn't know. I still don't know what happened. I think it's got something to do with Mark.
Right. Well, I went to the vet and some biotic, B3 or whatever it's called. Antibiotic, whatever the hell that shit is for cats. I put it on her food. And she eats. Trust me, she eats. She'll lay there and drag herself in the front pots of food. But she'll try to stand up to eat and fall right back, and she can't do it. She can't stand up on the ass.
It's almost like something got her. Like one of the animals stepped on her or tripped over her or something.
Yeah, she was totally fine, so she didn't make the show jump.
Oh, she could have pulled something.
That's kind of what I think it is, but pulling something at 15 years old can't be good. But,
No, but give her loves and just massage her a little bit. It may be nothing more than just need to give her time to heal.
you know,
She
and I
pulled a
never thought
muscle.
about trying to rub it out of her.
I didn't know what else to do, but I babied the hell out of this dog. So
Yes.
I did. I sat on the floor for 2 hours massaging her every day.
You're fucking spoiled, huh? Alright. Love you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Don't forget your dolly. Okay.
If you ever want to get something, always put it right here on the fucking way. It works.
That's true. Okay. Have a good night, Debbie. I guess they got a kitty cat that's got an issue. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. F and I went and did a rewatch of yesterday's video, and F and I had asked a question that I missed. I never saw it. And so I thought that I would respond to that.
What was it?
The question was, what is the psychology? We were talking about that woman who burned that baby
Mm-hmm.
in the scalding water. He said,
Yeah.
what is the psychology behind people who abuse children? And the answer to that question is you have to understand that it's like sexual assault. Those kinds of crimes are not because of sex or hurting the child. It's about power. Uh, and it usually happens the way that it does because it's about power. At some point in time in their life, they were not given any power. They had no power, no independence of any kind. And what it was, or what it is it comes out in aggression. They do horrible, awful things, but it's all about power. Anytime a child is abused, it's about power. It's about
Sorry.
I'm in control.
Friend. Clark.
Sorry, Shane.
And it could be, there could also be abuse. It could be a pattern crime. This one is definitely, that one I would definitely lean towards. That was about power. And that was a white child. I would also say that there could very well be race involved. I have no idea why it is such a volatile state right now. I don't understand why people have taken so much drama to heart. Could it be said that that's the only crime that's unjustifiable against a child? Totally. Totally. I was a pretty strict mother, and Elizabeth called me a bitch one morning, and I slapped her across her face. When she got to school, she called the police, so the police show up at my door. Of course, that didn't bode well. And in the end, there is no abuse. As a parent, I do have the ability to discipline as I see fit, as long as it is not abusive. I didn't beat the hell out of her. I slapped her across her face one time. It was later, I had another encounter with police, and this young police officer, a female, told me that this was not, I was not running a military platoon, and this was not the military, and I needed to be easier on my kids. Well, they're most of the way to adulthood by this time. And of course, I looked at her and I said, "How many kids you got?" Yeah, she didn't have any. And I said, "You're going to live to regret that." I said, "Don't you ever tell me how to parent." I said, when this is done or this is done, I will stand my ground. So, yeah, it is all, those crimes are completely and totally unjustifiable. They don't, but, don't, there's a lot of people out there who say if you lay your hands on a kid, that it's abuse of any kind. And what they've done is they have removed discipline. Therefore, you see the bullshit we got to deal with where that's concerned nowadays. I mean, look at the bullshit in some of this chat. You see that crap coming around. That's a lot of that. These parents want to be their friends. And I'm sorry. You and I can be friends when you're an adult. Until then, I'm your mom. And I'm doing what I feel is best to protect you and keep you safe. And make you a productive student and things like that. But yeah, there's many reasons, but when you look at it from a psychological standpoint, the first thing you have to understand is what is it a crime of? And crimes like sexual assault and things like that, even serial murder, is all about control. It's all about power. Exactly. And that's the thing is the power is projected onto a child in that particular case that you were asking about. Because and because if they were to go up against a female her age, an equal, she may not have her power in the end. So she goes after a child, and the child can't defend itself. So I wanted to answer that question. I apologize for missing it. That's why I always watch things like that. I watch these lives over again. I don't watch um, it on, I turn it up and let it go fast, but I kind of watch the comments and stuff so that if there's something I missed that might be important.
See, what gets me about that lady is that was her foster child, and she's a daycare provider.
And and the thing is that the state of Kansas, now I don't know if this is going on in any other state, but I know in the state of Kansas, when these kinds of things are reported and stuff like that, if there is any validity to it after an investigation, obviously you need to revoke their license during the investigation. If it's proven that there's any kind of validity, the license should never be returned, ever. And it should be marked. It should be on their record. And Kansas doesn't do that. They're so worried, and that's kind of goes back to them wanting to take kids constantly. We find out because the feds give them money. So the feds give Kansas money for every child they take into protective custody. Hello, Double A. So yeah, I'm with you, F and I think they're totally unjustifiable. It's not necessary. It's harmful. That child is going to be marked for life. That child is always going to fear black people now. There's going to be a lot of damage done, and that damage cannot be reversed. That is the unfortunate part about the suppressed rage in people that is coming out, reason for domestic violence and child abuse. It's always been there. That's not something new. It's always been there. It's always been a problem. We're just now getting to recognizing it. I got 30 plus one reasons not to abuse my daughter. Yes. So yeah, no, I think it's always been there, and but we're finally starting to acknowledge it, recognize it. It is really weird, but in the end, that's another one of those that it's about power. We're starting to see it now statistically and psychologically. The tables are starting to turn, and a lot of people are not realizing that it used to be men who were the aggressors. It is now shifted, and you've got 53% female aggressors, 48% male aggressors. So it's starting to, I mean, if you got daughters, let me tell you something. You better make sure you know what you're doing and make sure that they understand if they lay a hand on a man, they better be prepared to get smacked back. Because that man has every right to defend himself, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In case it's ever needed at all. Yeah. They found that, they discovered all of that in Kansas in the last 5 years. And so now everybody's raising sheep 3 shades of hell about it. And they should.
That comment there.
Which one?
I used to be a man trapped in a woman's body when I was born.
This is true. So anyway, yeah,
I've been there before.
I just wanted to take a minute to at least answer that. I just felt like it was disrespectful on my part. I apologize. I did miss it. I did not see it. But when I saw it on the replay, I'm like, hey, I did not mean to ignore you. Vancouver, Canada. Hope your night is well. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Stop. Hey, see, now
Yeah.
you're just fidgeting. Do what?
Like they did when JJ was like 5. You know, teachers, everybody that works in the school are mandated reporters. They called me in because they held twisted words of a 5-year-old.
Yeah. I do have a problem with that. The teachers, they're not trained. They're not trained properly to recognize issues. So what they're doing is they're taking a simple kid falls down and gets a bruise on their knee because they fell off of their bike or something, and they just automatically assume that that one bruise is, oh, they're being abused,
Yeah.
because it's in a weird spot or whatever. And that's exactly what happened, wasn't it? Isn't that what happened?
He scratched it. JJ scratched the back of his hand on the plastic piece of the bumper.
Hi, John. So, I mean, I want people to be vigilant for a child that's being abused. A child cannot defend themselves. It's the same. And this is when I was dealing with childhood cancer, um, you know, Americans will support animal causes 7-1 over child causes, all child causes, which basically says that Americans are not willing to protect children. That's what that says. They're not willing to fight for the children. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, if I see something, yeah, I did. I have noticed Humberto is showing up in other people's lives, but he hasn't had time to visit this one. So he is okay. He's not even in Puerto Rico anymore. Or still. He will be going home later. Been spreading out there, trying their best. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep talking about it, but I just feel like everybody needs to be attentive, be vigilant, make sure that if a child is legitimately in danger, that you stand up for that child, but um, don't take one scratch or one bruise or anything like that and say it's
Wow. That comment. That's what's wrong with the education system.
yeah, he's just being a dick. That's all that was. But just because you see a scratch doesn't mean that a child is being abused. You have to remember, especially in boys, boys are crazy.
Sherry.
Boys get crazy. What?
Sherry. Witches eat children.
Witches eat children. I missed that. I wasn't on live chat. Okay, Grandma, sorry for extending this topic, but online abuse is something we don't even get to know, and that's psychologically damning. I agree. That's why I'm going to call a spade a spade. If you're coming in here and you're talking shit sexually to a woman online, that's essentially sexual assault. Unwanted advances, and you are not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that to me. Things like that. That was some graphic porn.
See, I spent my afternoon watching Explore with us. Came across one that was
It
that
is
was
all over social media. You're right. Go ahead.
that one was pretty rough. It was this girl ends up running away from home after telling kids at her school that her dad was doing things to her. And different things happened 6 months on into the investigation. Because dad had a bunch of charges on him, like 60 some odd charges on him. And she ended up going to live with her mom in another state. And 6 months into the investigation, a new investigator goes and talks to the guy's dad and finds out that there was a letter written, that she wrote a letter to her dad. Now, mind you, this was an 11-year-old. Based on what the investigator was gathering from the note or the letter that she wrote to her dad, it was consensual. Dude ended up with 391 years in prison.
He had no business doing that to his own child, consensual or not.
Because he was planning it on purpose. He was doing everything he could to not get her pregnant. Going for that morning after, condoms, all that.
That's disgusting.
It's if this was the other way, the investigator was telling the guy's dad, if it was the other way around, he wouldn't put that much effort into it. How?
I don't, I'm not even going to sit here and say that we need to start locking them up. I think that crimes against children, once 100% proven, I don't think that we need to have them a part of society any longer. And no, I do not care about anybody's feelings in that. Go ahead.
Because the dad was even saying that, doing that to kids, he goes, that's a crime. He was talking about they need to castrate him, and the investigator was telling him that, he was like, the government's trying to decriminalize it, saying that it's not a crime, it's a sexual orientation. He goes, no, that is, I like big fat girls, or I like skinny girls. I like tall girls, I like short girls, not kids.
After 2, assuming that they were caught and there were no accidents. 1, if there was an accident. I am not a fan of drinking at all. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, F&I, and I've seen things about that reported on, and it's frickin' disgusting. You've got one side of the spectrum one political party that thinks that it's okay for grown ass men to have sexual relationships with 14-year-old girls. And I'm sorry, a 14-year-old girl, I used to be 14 one time. I didn't have no business making that decision, I can tell you that. I seriously didn't even have any business making that decision when I was 16 and did get pregnant. Both parties do it. Well, we're not seeing that. And if you can show me something that says that, let me know. I mean, I'll be happy to go and look at it. It
Let me
needs to
pause.
be from reputable.
I wanted to answer Keegan's question before it ran off, and I forgot about it. Keegan says, "Okay, guys, completely off topic. I absolutely wrecked my knee. I'm scared because I have to go to work, but I'm hurt pretty bad, so I'm trying to figure out what to do." Like Bean said, wrap it up. If it gets worse, go in. Yeah, get a compression knee wrap. It'll give you support and help with swelling. I've
And
got a
if it's
bad knee.
that bad, you need to go to the emergency room.
It ain't gonna get better overnight, buddy. I'm sorry. I hurt my knee probably 3 years ago, and it's still a problem. And the worst part is I don't know where my wrap is.
No, it's not going to be better in the morning. That's going to take some time.
Yeah, and
I'm
the
good,
lidocaine pain.
Renee. How about you? Huh?
Get some and the lidocaine pain patches. Get some that salon pasta. She uses it a lot. We use it too. It's a roll-on lidocaine stuff.
I'm with you, Farron. I don't understand it myself. Um, but we have, I mean, it was plain as day. You know, these politicians get up and they go to these events, and they were very open that it's okay for grown men uh, in their party to be and have relationships with 14, 15-year-old girls. And they had no problem until things started getting called out. And it does happen in other countries, and it's still inappropriate. And that is the other countries that happens in. That particular culture is, they want it to come here. And I would hope Americans would fight for the children, but from what I've seen, they're not interested. So I don't know. You know, and yes, I am being pretty rough about it, but I saw it with my own eyes. Americans are just not interested in taking care of kids. They're not interested in it. That's why I don't want to, I don't give two shits about that Epstein crap, because they don't care about the victims. Nobody gives two shits about the victims. All they want is the smoking gun. They want blood, and that's it. And that is the wrong thing to be doing that for.
You know, we can open that can of worms if people can be adults and be respectful and have a civil adult conversation. There's nothing wrong with that.
What did I miss?
What F and I just said. He said, "Are we opening the can of worms?" He said, "I got some interesting facts on this. I volunteer for an organization that rescues children from domestic abuse and fund their education. And as part of that, I've learned things that are horrible."
Oh, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. What we do, culture is so variable. I agree, Jacko. I agree. Oh yes, Warren Jeffs. I watched a thing on Discovery. Was it Discovery or Hulu? It was a show called It was a documentary, The Prophet's Wives, or something like that, and it
I think
talked
I've
about
seen that.
Warren Jeffs.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, they're like what Barry said when he goes to Walmart and he sees all the missing kids on the wall. Yeah, that I hate seeing that.
And you know, a lot of those kids that are disappearing, they're not disappearing because they're willingly going and then pushed into the trafficking circles. And that's because those guys are preying on those girls. And it's sad. It's scary. It's disgusting. I mean, they're considered runaways because they went willingly with a guy who preyed on them. Oh, polygamy is definitely big time there in Utah. Utah and Nevada both. Beans. That's where Sister Wives comes from. Hi, Melanie. Have you tried vaping instead of ciggies? No. I did try it for one time and I was like, ugh. I can't, it gagged me. It was disgusting. Cross country truckers, we help get girls off the street from truck stops. We pick them up and take them places where they can get away from their pimp. Yes, I was a truck driver for 26 years. You go through a lot of training, and training mostly to recognize a young girl who may need help.
We go through a lot of that trafficking stuff here. It's a big. That's the big thing that they push for us.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah. Definitely in a hotel. Yeah. That's part of the hotel training, too. That's why it was that training that made me recognize the lady who was being forced into prostitution by that pimp. He was in the North End and it got too sticky for him. So he went to the South End. Had I not called Derby PD when she came out, and all these men kept going to that room, and then one night, after about a week, she came out and all she had was the blanket. He literally left her no frickin' clothes. And I said, "What room are you in?" And she told me 115. And I'm like, I had all week long or all weekend long, I'd watched men go in and out of that room. In fact, that was the room. Do you remember me bitching because there was every single one of them would walk up to the front counter and say they can't get their key to work for the room?
vaguely.
Huh?
I said vaguely.
That was that. So finally, they were still there the next weekend. I'd seen this all the last weekend. And finally, the next weekend, she comes out and she is wrapped up in one of the blankets. That's all she had. And I suspected something was funny, but that guy wasn't around. He also, every time he came back, he had a different car. He had a whole different car. And I'm like, anyway, this bastard would hand the key off to these guys out in the parking lot. They would both walk in together, get the key remade. He would take off to the room, the guy that came with him, and the pimp bitch would sit out in the lobby. And I finally told him, "You're not allowed to sit out in the lobby." And I turned off the lights. And I finally figured it out, but it was that training that helped me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known.
Somebody asked hotel training question mark. The hell is that? What it's training that we do, and I've actually got another one to do for like the fourth time. It's
Bye, Kevin. Be careful.
for sex trafficking. People use hotels for that a lot. They'll even go as far as spending the kind of money they did at higher end hotels to make it look less, to draw less attention to what you're doing.
I'll know I did it fighting for what's right. Exactly. And that is, I mean, you just got to you got to learn. And you can do online training. I mean, there's tons of human trafficking and sex trafficking training online. Free classes, free courses. There's many nonprofits that have it. Um,
If you want to get technical, um, James, his oldest actually died when he was 2. They couldn't. They, I guess, for whatever reason, I guess her lawyer or whatever, his kids' mom or the lawyer or whatever, made it to where made it plea on the case or whatever that it was an accidental death. Blah blah blah. Like they couldn't prove what the other kids were saying. That she put a pillow on him and suffocated him. They couldn't be proven. But there was there was 2 other kids in the room when it happened, and they both had said that mom did it.
that's sick. So Trump was down with Epstein. I don't believe that. And I'll tell you why. Democrats had control for 4 years and they never let that out. So I don't believe that.
Oh yeah, there was a whole court case and everything, F&I. Like this was like 12, 13 years ago. This kid would be in high school by now if he was still here.
Was what informed to the cops?
Probably what I was talking about. I'm
Oh, I
assuming.
see. My spell check has a mind of its own. Yeah, I bet. Mine does. Do believe what? Had a guy pull a gun on me for taking that girl. When I tried to leave, he pulled up on me. But for that girl's sake, I didn't give up. He ended up getting arrested. Her fam in LA. Awesome. I'm glad you did help.
Even if you don't get public recognition for it, it's the fact that if you're proud of yourself for it, that's all that matters. If you feel like it was if you feel like you did the right thing in that moment, then that's all that matters.
Good deeds should go unreported. I think that was another thing that I struggled with the foundation. In order to get donations, I had to recognize everybody who donated. It's like I thought we were not supposed to.
I don't know if you saw Farron's big comment a minute ago. He
What was
said,
it?
where did it go? He said, I have a story about my life, Grandma. I said to myself, do I want to talk about it here or no? But I think I'm going to talk about it here because I think everyone here needs to know.
Go for it.
And I think that's where he's starting with right here.
It's what my brother, and my sisters went through growing up and went through.
Hello, Nate. Remind me of my aunts.
No, there are no pictures of Trump on the island. He's never been to the island. The flight logs show that. You guys remind me of my aunts. I'm just sitting here drinking beer, listening to you guys. LXM, thank you. We're probably not talking about all of the funny and good conversations, but socks and greasers. Do you guys know what I mean?
No.
No. I've never been at the part of the rescue. I've always been part of volunteering for education and counseling kids. But I struggle with gaining trust of a child who has seen so much. Oh, they are marked for freaking life. F and I. They will never be able to fully trust anybody ever again,
Pizza
even
soldier.
women. Hey Nate, I'm not sure about Trump. His past behavior with women and his daughter and the human trafficking friendship had just makes me wonder. I challenge you guys to get your information elsewhere. There's flight logs. Um, there is testimony because you've got to remember Epstein was also charged in 2008. Donald Trump testified in that trial.
I give up.
You need to go and research that. And that's about all I'm going to say. I try to give everybody their thoughts. I want everybody to have their thoughts because, you know, it's a free country. The problem that I have is when they have bad information. That's the problem I have a hard time with because I want them to have the information, but I don't want to have to just shove it down their throat. You know what I mean? So all I can tell people is the 2008 trial. It's all public except for the grand jury testimony because you can't have that public. And if you don't like Trump, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay.
We don't like you based on your political affiliation.
Yeah, we don't, I'm
Like
not
it.
judging anybody based on their political affiliation. I would never do that. I allow people to have their thoughts and their. I just want people to go and get the real information. And I'm sorry, but no state or county should change their laws when, um, in order to get a conviction on somebody. We also have to understand the difference between criminal and civil court. There's a very big difference between civil and criminal court. So, and I've noticed there's a lot of people that don't like Trump that think that I see it on Facebook all the time. I'm not sure I see it on YouTube a lot, but I don't read comments on certain things, you know. I admit it. Um, but it's frustrating because they just believe everything. You know what I mean? And I do think that I'm not one to say that Trump is a perfect person. You will never hear me say that. Um, you will hear me say that I would prefer everybody get the facts. There is a trial with Epstein in 2008. And if Trump had been a part of that, the Democrats wanted him done. They didn't want him elected. They didn't want him a part of the politics. They wanted him gone. If he was a part of that Epstein crap, they would have released it regardless of any incrimination. They wouldn't give a shit. They wanted him gone. So anyway, no, you don't want to protect the children, Ahmed. You don't want to protect the children. You want Trump's head on a platter. That's the problem that I have with that. Everybody who's got a problem with that Epstein thing and him not releasing files and all that other bullshit, all you want is Trump's head on a platter. You don't give two shits about those kids. Not one damn one of you gives two shits about those kids.
Two things. One, okay, Ronan, I was about to ask you how old you were when that happened. Yeah, I was young too when my parents got divorced. I was like 6. That was rough. But I'm here. I'm going. I'm kind of proof that something like that happens when you experience something like that at a young age, especially when it's an ugly divorce, you can make it through it. And I don't even know how to respond to Farron's story. That's rough in its own way. That's shitty. There's like 4 or 5 comments from Farron telling the story. And Harrison. By the way, hi Harrison. Nobody she was talking, so we didn't say hi. We saw you and hi unknown. Hello, James Jones. Another Sherry, hello.
What do you mean? What happened to the live last night,
Who said that?
Mama Bear?
It went stupid a while. It was back and forth black screens, but repeat that. Okay, Ronan, I was 6 when my parents got divorced. And if it's any consolation to you, if it means anything to you for now, about how you may feel about it deep down now, or how you may go about life in the future, because you said you were 4 when your parents got divorced. If it was a nasty, ugly divorce, like nasty and ugly, as in things didn't end great, because I'll tell you, I have a little bit of trauma from seeing what I saw when I was that young. But look at me now. 33. I just turned 33 and I'm still going.
Well, you have to understand, though. It's a little. I'm reading Farron's thing.
Mm-hmm. Good night, LXM.
Good night, LXM. I do not know your name. The person who was talking about your country started the war in Ukraine and Putin. I'm probably going to shock you when I say I completely agree. I'm trying to read the comments, guys, so.
And Harrison went through some shit too. I felt, man.
Where did I miss Harrison's?
His is ways back up. Let me find it. There's one. Where's the other one? He said when I was younger, my mom would take like a metal or wooden spoon and beat me till I bled. And the cops were called once. I went to the neighbors and she was arrested. And as a kid, when I was 3, I was drugged by my biological mom.
Do you have trust issues, Harrison? I assume this is who you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Harrison Hill.
Okay. Harrison, do you have trust issues? Do you struggle to trust anybody? I'm not that sad, just it was crazy during some parts, especially the arguments and fighting. My father, they arrested my mom. Why did they arrest your mom?
Oh, hi, Benty. I just saw you. I scrolled past you a couple times and I see you now.
Hi, Benty. Greetings from Mama B Show. My mom, because they said she knew about it and done nothing about it, but my mom didn't know it was happening. Yeah, me too, F and I. It's tactically stupid, Keegan. We had no business doing something so stupid.
He said a little bit.
The whole world has trust issues, yes. At the time my father and mother were arrested, we all placed in foster care.
Took me to pick up his slack. I'm like, no.
Off work for a couple of months because he's taking care of family in Greece. They expected me to pick up his slack. I'm like, no. Why can't? I don't know, Ronan.
Well, good night, Beans.
Almost 60 hours a week now. I have to get to bed, Grandma and Tori. I'm sorry. I deeply appreciate you too. I get up in a few hours, so I'm going to get some sleep, but have a wonderful night. You too, Beans. And we just spent 7 years in foster care until we were old enough to be on our own. I agree, Keegan. I think it all needs to be stopped, and I do agree with Trump there. There's too many people dying senselessly. It makes no sense. I didn't block, just his comments haven't been shown. Maybe he blocked you. Nate, did you block Ronan? I can't see his comments either. And for a while, I couldn't see Sherry's, but I can see Sherry's comments now. Now, remember, guys, in the top right corner, you should have 3 dots, and you should be able to click on your chat settings or whatever it says, and change it to live chat or all chat messages.
Yes, I remember you, Maddie.
I wear my sunglasses.
It's Corey Hart lyrics.
Yeah. John, if there's a guy that's been, have a good night, Beans. I do, Maddie. How you doing? I'm way
Hello
behind
again.
on comments, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. T-Bone, hello. Are missing a lot, and mine is always on live and all chat. I don't understand it. YouTube is so weird. But you see what they did to us the last 2 nights. Black screens and all that craziness.
Hey, it's Christian with a kitty cat.
What?
It's the Christian with the kitty cat. I remember the picture. For Christian. Got a kitty cat picture.
Is only a threat when they have backup, take it away, and they will back down. I'm in Arlington, Washington. Candy apple cookie. That kind of sounds good.
Oh, I accidentally left my crumble box here this morning. So I gave it to Scott before he left when he dropped me off tonight. And he grabbed the box. He goes, "Why is this so damn heavy?" I was like, "Look at it."
Yeah, John. I have to remember to do that myself. It puts it on top messages for me. And so I have to click on, for me, I see a different view than what you guys see. Only because I'm the host of the live. So in my bottom left corner is a little comment bubble, and I have to click on that and put it on live chat, but I forget. And then when I see that people are responding to comments that I know I didn't see, then I'm like, oh, I forgot to set it on live chat. I could keep talking about it, but it's tough. But I did kind of wanted to share some of what my life was. And I applaud you for doing that, Farron. I know that was not easy. A lot of times there's a lot of shame and things like that. especially in the children involved. And it's difficult to work through that shame.
I think besides seeing everything, you know, going through what he went through, him and his siblings went through, and seeing what they saw happening to the others, you know, to the siblings, I think another traumatic thing in that whole story is being in foster care for that long and just aging out is like what somebody didn't want us.
Yeah. I can see your comments, Mimi. And yes, I agree with F&I and Thomas. Thank you for trusting us with that. I mean, you didn't have to do that. As far as being alone,
I did want to
I
ask.
understand, huh?
I did want to ask before I forget about it because I tend to do that. Nate, how long have you been working at this job? I wanted to ask you that because you were saying something about not about being like feeling burnt out, not depressed, but kind of mad about it. How long have you been working at that job? That's what I want to know. Because I actually was given an explanation for that feeling when it comes to work because I dealt with it myself. And me and my boss actually talked about it a while back. Whatever.
And Farron, as far as being alone, um, I what I'm going to say is probably it's my situation. Okay, I am not judging your situation. This is my situation. After Becca passed away, I had everybody around me. Tori can tell you. There were people everywhere. And then I started the foundation, and there were more people everywhere. And there were people up my ass, even at freaking Walmart. Okay. I couldn't even go to Walmart without somebody recognizing me. And they don't speak to me, they just stared at me. Okay. And it got to a point where I just finally said, oh my God, I just don't want, I have not been to a Walmart. I went, I think 3 weeks ago, and that was the first time since doing Uber Eats. And I didn't go inside, I sat outside waiting for them to bring that stuff out. That was the experience of losing my daughter was traumatizing. The way people treated me afterwards was equally as traumatizing. So what's happened is the effects of that is I am comfortable in my four walls. I don't I started when I started and got the chance, and COVID was a blessing to start pushing people back and out of my face and out of my space. I just finally reached a point where if I could do without people being around, I'm fine. In fact, I will tell you now, the only people that I am comfortable spending any kind of time with is my own family. So I made the personal choice to be alone. But from a psychological standpoint, the unfortunate part is that's a choice. You can make the choice to make that change for yourself if it's something that you feel that needs to be changed. Or you can look at your circumstances, say, I'm sad about it, but it is what it is, and I'm going to keep living my life. That kind of thing. But in the big scheme of things, it is a personal choice. Even in situations um, like your situation where most everybody's gone, you do still have a choice on whether or not you are alone. You can go if you're alone, you could literally go anywhere in the country and start over. You could go to another coastal town and start over. And I bet you would find that you're not as alone as you think. And you're probably not as alone as you think in your current situation. But my situation, I made the personal choice. I want out. I don't want these people around. I work with the people that I work with at Jersey Mike's. They're fun people. Yeah, we have problems, but they're still fun people. But being alone for me is a freaking blessing. I think that's why I'm trying to be such good friends with my kids. But they're adults. It's okay for me to do that. Okay, yeah, sometimes I still got to be mom. It's all part of it. That's a commitment you make when you lay down and spread your legs. You make that commitment. So I made that commitment a long time ago. But I still do my best to be friends with my daughters. And I'm telling you, my life is not as wrecked as it was when I ran that foundation. Thousands upon thousands of people on all of those Facebook pages. Everybody local knew what I was doing. In fact, what did I post recently about Rebecca? Nobody clicks like on my Facebook posts. I can post stuff 3 times a day and nobody will click like on that son of a bitch. But the second I put my daughter's face on there, oh, here they all come out of the freaking woodwork.
Yeah.
And I'm like, And I'm taking names. Here in the last few months, I've been taking names. If you don't have fucking time for me, when it's not my daughter, my dead daughter's face, I don't have time for you. Unfriend, have a nice life. So
See
I
you
made
later,
the
Keegan.
personal choice to be alone. What'd you say, Tori?
I said, see you later, Keegan. It's good to see you again.
Go get your knee better, Keegan.
Where's the bacon?
It's in the fridge.
Double A asked.
In the fridge.
Can you tell that far away? That's what that was? Or, oh, you saw me in the... Okay. What the fuck? Bella. Bella!
It's a fly. Look at the pigtails come up. And that's what makes her so cute. Look at her forehead. She's such an expressionable dog.
Bella.
Bella May. Bella. Bella. She nudged my foot.
Hey! Dog. Bella. Bella.
She hears you.
Billy. She's so confused. Oh no! If you want to ever meet a dog that does not like cameras, it's mine. He sees you aim a phone or camera or any type of taking device. All you can get is a picture of his back.
I'm recording you, Bella. You're such a diva, such a drama queen. You just threw that ball away across the living room.
And Nate, what I was talking about, you've been there in that one spot, one position in particular for 3 years. What me and my boss were talking about was that after, I don't know if there's any, if it ever happens again after that, because I haven't really experienced it yet, which is kind of nice, honestly. Is that everybody hits a burnout crash out point after a year of being in a new job. And that's what happened to
Let's
me.
say, dear, please accept this internet hug from this grumpy goblin who fifis you've tugged.
Hello, Earl.
Hi, Earl. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tori. I'm sorry.
You're good. I didn't have much more to say.
Farron, I made the choice to be on my own. After all that, Grandma, I had to step like a man. And I found work and worked doing commercial fishing. That was a way of life. Well, you know what? I regret this to this day. When I lost my job at my local job because of, well, he was not my husband at the time, but Jerry, my late husband. He punched a guy who kept making advances to me on the CB radio. They worked together at the same company, and he punched this guy. They fired him, and then they turned around, even though I didn't work for that company, I worked for a subcontractor. They said I was not allowed back on any of the jobs. And I found myself in the trucking world out on the road for the next 6.5 years. And I regret that decision, even though I made all kinds of money. I mean, him and I were $100,000 or $100,000 a year team within 2 years, 2.5 years. And we made all kinds of money. And back then, 100,000 was big. But I regret that because now my youngest daughter is dead and I miss so much of her childhood. And I missed so much of hers. And I missed a lot of Elizabeth's. And I wasn't there when they needed me. And I still live with that today. It was a way of life, though. That being on that road is a way of life. It
Hey,
just sucks.
you guys being on the road did teach me stuff, though.
What's that?
Taught me how to write checks and how to pay bills.
Gabe. I was so dang obsessed with working that I didn't even have the thought of girlfriend or having children. I guess because of what I went through, I don't know. It's possible. It's possible that you probably had internalized a lot of things and it put you in a position.
Oh, but you're always fighting with your wallet, John.
Yeah, trucking is a very good living, whether you're local or on the road. It's a very good living. Um, but I paid a big price, and so did my kids. And I wish I had, made different decisions. But yeah, I agree with F and I. Or you didn't. Maybe you just hadn't fully healed. A lot of people don't even know how to heal from something traumatic like that. And there was a lot of levels of trauma in that story you told, Farron. Um, and nobody can really heal from all of it. So that could have very well helped shape some of your decisions not to find a wife or have children or anything like that. But that doesn't mean you did anything bad. I don't believe you did anything bad. What would you do differently? Who you talking to, California? I have a big boss I have to answer to at home. Double A said it. You were trying to do what you thought was best. I was trying to do what I thought was best. And if you speak about something deep like that, a lot of people will judge you, which would make you not want to open up anymore. Definitely.
we stayed with we lived with our dad while they were on the road.
Yeah, Tori was talking about, is Ronan still here?
Yeah, he came back.
And this was something I was gonna say. A lot of kids that go through a divorce at young ages, they struggle, um, and a lot of times because mom and dad were fighting and hate each other so much. But Mike and I, even though we hated each other, we tried to do this the best way possible for our kids, and we had 50-50 custody. We tried to cushion the blow as much as we could for our kids. They had equal time with me and equal time with Mike. And then when I went on the road, they stayed with their dad. After Jerry passed away, I went back on the road, but by that time, Tori Lynn had, she was pregnant with JJ, and Elizabeth was on track as an adult and getting into a little bit of trouble and hate and discontent, and then ended up pregnant herself. But we tried to put our kids first. So I think also that plays a role in you being able to survive that. But a lot of kids, they struggle to survive that because the parents, you know, I'm keeping him away from you, and you stay away from me, and they can't even have a decent conversation. That just lets you realize that those weren't real friends to begin with. Don't mourn cutting scum from your friend's circle. Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
like for instance, oh god, it's been what 2-3 years, something like that, since my stepmom was in her accident. She got T-boned by a dump truck while she was out doing Walmart deliveries. She got life flighted for 3 hours out from basically from where they lived in Stillwater, Oklahoma. She got life flighted to Oklahoma. We didn't have no news, no nothing other than that. And she was in an accident and she was life flighted. And even though my parents hate each other,
We don't hate each other.
I'm saying like you guys have okay, you hate more or less. There was no way I was emotionally stable enough in that situation to drive myself the whole what 3-4 hours down. I don't remember how long it takes to get to OKC,
It was
but
2.5 hours.
yeah, like I didn't have the mental capacity to drive myself. She ended up driving me down and was ready to flip the hospital upside down just to get answers.
That's the right thing to do. When Rebecca was sick, she was put on hospice. Obviously, it was at my house, my apartment. And I did what most mothers would not do. And I allowed her father to live in my house until she died. But when you are a parent, your children are number one, regardless of the situation. And a lot of parents that go through divorce, they do not stop and take their children into consideration. It's always me, 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 me. And so I think that even though Mike and I did a lot of fighting, even after our divorce, you do what you got to do for your kids, even if they're adults. Got visitation to see mom. We had to meet at social services being supervised for many years. Yeah. And that's traumatic in itself. So Farron, I mean, I don't, if being alone is not something you want, um, you know, you do have the ability to change it or at least try. Um, you didn't fail at it if you don't try. You know what I mean? So if that's something that you want to change, you can. If it's not something you want to change, you'll be like me and you'll hide in your four walls and be more comfortable with the world as long as you're in here, you know, in your space. Why accept me? The world hates me. Uh, Bottling things up is the worst thing you can do. Yeah, it's not good. I just made the personal choice that I didn't need these people to live life. And now that I don't have those people, I am so much happier. I am so much calmer, um, less chaos. And that's when I realized I have got to keep my chaos down. If things get chaotic, I get out of sorts. You'll notice it. You'll notice it. I get crabby. I'm bitchy. I need my downtime. We got to stop this drama. I can't do it no more. That kind of thing. You chose to rise above it and make the change. And I see now why you love the open waters where you can enjoy some peace and quiet. Totally. Totally. F and I says if you were predisposed to being alone, you would have felt comfortable sharing your story
You wouldn't
in
have, is
this.
what he meant.
You wouldn't have felt you can be comfortable. You just need to find your people. There you go.
And see,
Well,
and you want to get technical. Farron can give a great big thanks to Nate because because Farron and Nate have known each other from other lives, from other live streams and stuff. And Nate told him, good people here. I think you'll like it here. And Farron made the decision to stay and try it. He trusted Nate on those words and chose to stay and see what it was like. And then he found it. He found his people. He found his place. Not necessarily in his personal life, but like he's got people he can confide in, I guess you could say.
and here I am. Yeah. I mean, that's all I really wanted for my lives. I just
He can't go
wanted
anywhere.
to, huh?
I said, now he can't go anywhere. He's not allowed to.
I just wanted to build a community where people, even if it's a serious conversation, they can go. Did Nate ever answer if he blocked Ronan?
I don't think he did. I don't know if he entered or not.
Nate, did
Benjamin
you block
Hyde.
Ronan? Earl said something also, and I missed it.
I keep my friend circle very small and prune regularly if needed. I don't have the patience or the emotional energy to deal with people who don't treat me right. That's why I don't have any friends.
I kind of wonder if I didn't do that to Tori because I've always kept a very small circle. Deidre is pretty much the only statue in my life that is not family, but she's family. You know what I mean? And I would do anything for her. And me and her had a very tough conversation the other day. She's not getting better. She has rheumatoid arthritis, and her mother just passed away. not long ago. And, she's got Mark, but, her and I had to have that conversation. We're close to her, me and my mom. We're close to her 4 blocks away. There may become a time where she's going to be in a wheelchair pretty soon. So, that's the only person in my life that was not family in the beginning. Miss Kay, but I don't talk to her all the time. And she's my neighbor. But other than that, the only people I'm around is my kids and my parents. That's really it. And I am comfortable with that. Would you guys ever do a meet and greet? Okay, Nate, I got you. Uh, Bee stings can stop Lyme problems, and they can kill you too.
I've been stung by a bee once. I don't like it. I don't ever want to do it again. It was in between the fingers. I didn't mean to make you cry, Farron.
Cry? What happened? What I miss?
One of his comments, he said, where'd it go? He said, thanks, Tori. Got me crying. Love you and Grandma.
Well, don't cry. Don't cry. If I can't cry, you're not crying. Damn it. You could always make a trip here to Kansas and come see us and find out that you don't like being landlocked and get the hell out of here pretty quick.
Hello, Debbie.
Hello, Debbie. I can't help it. I think Grandma got the degree, but Tori seems to be the therapist.
See, I can help everybody but myself. Okay. That's what my
That's
life's
what
turned
every
into.
therapist is about. You can help. I can't control my anxiety attacks. Otherwise, I wouldn't have that problem. And I know how to handle them. I know how to control them.
Like, I can help other people's relationships, but I can't help the problems that occur that come up in mine. I ain't got the solution for mine. It's just to let it play out.
I'm glad I can't see Farron, or I'd be crying right along with him.
Yeah, I got stung by a bee between my fingers. It was stupid because the damn thing landed on this hair right here on the side of my head. And I went to go put it behind my it felt weighted down. It was just messing with me. So I went like this and put it behind my ear, and that bee ended up between my fingers and stung me. And I freaked out.
Hi, Dave. Hello, boy. Ronan, my AC is off tonight.
Anxiety
Yeah.
attacks look different in everybody.
Do what?
Oh, Harrison was asking, what's an anxiety attack? I know what a panic attack is because I've had one. It's like when you can't breathe.
Yeah, that's usually a panic attack. But it is different for everybody. I put it on video. It's on one of my videos. It's at the end. After I finished up that video, it was later that night. I went to bed, and the time on my clock was 2:12 a.m. Well, that's the time of death of my daughter. And I laid down. I mean, I acknowledged the time, but I laid down, and all I did was toss and turn, up and down, go to the bathroom, don't have to, up and down. And that's all it is for me. It's just up and down. I washed my hands many times, went to the bathroom, didn't have to go. Get up, sit in the chair in the kitchen. I mean, it's different for everybody, but I recorded it. And then I recorded I explained it the best way that I knew how because I have done that over time. When you have an anxiety attack, that's your bad brain taking over. You have two sides to your brain. You have your good brain and you have your bad brain. Your subconscious is your bad brain. It's what makes you panic in situations that don't exist. It completely exaggerates little things. Are online all over the world. My peopling tolerance is very low, and I'm such a grumpy twat. It's safer if people interact with me in small, controlled doses. I like that.
Which vlog was that? The one before the last one, or
I
two?
think so.
Not
I
the
think
because you
it
just
was
posted one.
2 videos back.
Yeah, I think you said something about anxiety in the title.
Yeah, mental health. In the title, I said mental health. That was the last one. As far as taking SSRIs and things like that, I do not medicate. I do not want to be addicted to medications of any kind. Um, and I do believe, from the psychological standpoint, psychoactive drugs and SSRIs have taken the place of cocaine as far as addiction is concerned. And
Dave, hang around.
so I
Dave,
just
hang
don't
around
want
some more.
anything to do with it. Do what?
I said, Dave, hang around some more. You'll like. I think you'll come to like it here.
Just like when the live is over, I listen to music a lot of times. I probably listen to more music in a year's time than a radio host. That's all right. Exactly, Dave. She's very open and honest.
He's talking about you. He's talking about you.
Oh, I thought he was talking about. No, he was talking about Earl because she called herself a grumpy
Oh,
twat.
I thought you said that. Like you did.
No.
You were reading the comment. I thought you were saying. You was person you were saying.
Oh, I tell you what, I didn't know what they were in the beginning. I seriously didn't.
Now,
I didn't
see, like
realize it.
anxiety for me is a little different because, like, a lot of people actually have it happen this way. Sometimes it'll be in like it'll show itself in like rude, shitty outbursts. Like I'll just snap on people for nothing, and a lot of times it stems from I've got this, this, and this that need to get done, or I said I was going to have this, this, and this done by this point in time, but I haven't even gotten halfway done. It's like a kind of like a panic, like you're not getting done what needs to be done, or you said you were going to get done fast enough, and then you get anxious and like, or like it's like that feeling before a job interview. And being an overthinker and ADHD and the autism and all of that, it kind of throws it all clumps together on top of the anxiety. And a lot of mine is is social based aspect where like I'm fine by myself. And Scott will tell you, my boyfriend Scott will tell you the same thing. Me and him have had the conversation that that sometimes people think that I'm just being a cold hearted bitch because I don't talk. I don't do the social thing. I don't communicate. I don't conversate with people unless they start a conversation with me. Why? Because I feel like people don't give a shit what I got to say. And then it circles back around to the anxiety of, well, I don't want to make a fool of myself, so I'm not going to talk. Eh,
Tori, does your husband understand you?
he says he does, but it took probably 5, 6, 7 years for him to actually completely understand it. I sent him an article one time about anxiety and how to deal with some ways to deal with and cope with somebody having anxiety, someone close in your life. And he said, he's like, I don't do that reading thing. He said, but I sat there and I spent the whole 45 minutes reading it with my slow ass skills. And he said that it helped him understand it a little bit better. I don't think I do. I don't think I have depression. My doctors try to tell me I do. But my doctors also try to tell me that my depression stems from Becca's death. And I'm like, no, if I had depression, it wouldn't be that, because this has been, at that point when he said that, it had been probably 4 or 5 years at least, and at least, if not 6 or 7. I'm like, it's not that. But that's all doctors wanted to do, is put me on antidepressants. I'm like, no, it's not that.
See, and I have a problem with that. And that's why we have the addictive problem to SSRIs and psychoactive drugs. Doctors are not trained in psychological anything. They are medical doctors. They're not mental health doctors. But people go to their doctor rather than a psychologist or a psychiatrist who is trained in that mental health stuff to determine whether or not they should be on this medication. But doctors, they just pass it out like freaking candy. And yes, they get kickbacks for it. So I have a really big time problem with that. Easton, you better change your fucking attitude real fucking quick.
I do at least have the luxury of, when my doctor told me that I needed to be on antidepressants, and I told him no, absolutely not. He at least listened to me saying absolutely not, and did not waste his time writing a prescription. How? Don't kick
Never
him out of here. I
mind.
want to know why
He's
he
out of
thinks
here.
that.
He's out of here. Company lunch dates. Exactly. I'm a fixer too. I learned a long time ago that I needed to ask people if they wanted me to fix it, shut up and listen, or give them a hug. Yeah, and sometimes you have to ask.
Medical perks. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm telling you from my own personal experience.
Well, let me catch up on these comments because we got people coming in talking shit, and I'm going to have them taken out. You're fine, Nate. I'm not accusing people of using. I'm simply saying I'm not going to use them and take them because I don't have a need for an addiction. I don't need a doctor to fix my.
There's an echo now. Jesus Christ. Stepping on my own damn toes. I know about the accusing people of using. He's talking about what Easton was saying.
From her end, she was accusing. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. No, I was not trying to judge anybody. I was just saying it from my personal perspective. I don't want to be on that stuff.
Yeah, Nate's right. See, I always tell people that it's like I suck with words most times, but I'll listen and tell you what I can come up, what words I do have. I'm having a rough night, Dave. So hello, Trav.
Trav, how you doing, man? Nikki,
Hello,
how
Nikki.
you doing?
Did it make an echo again?
Did we get an echo?
No, we're good.
YouTube is fucking around.
It
You know
reset.
what? I think what I'll do is end the live and come back because it always seems to start acting up after a couple of hours. And we're at 2 hours. I
I feel you on that one, Dave. I mean,
feel you there too. I'm
you guys have probably
autistic,
seen me
very
sitting here.
German, and emotionally constipated. I have to ask because I want to make sure I treat people how they actually need me to, not how I think they need me to. We're good, Trav. We're good. I agree, Earl. Oh, Mariah Jenkins, you look musty. Wow, you spent $1.99 on that shit. You know, you
Somebody
can
asked.
get 10 of your other friends to go and do that.
Somebody asked why the tough night. Hour before I left home to come to work, some stuff happened with the last of our cats, and we don't know what's going on. We hope she just pinched a nerve or something, but she missed the jump into the chair twice, according to my 15-year-old. She missed the jump into the chair twice and then just kind of flopped on the floor. She can hold weight on her feet. When you're holding her, she can hold weight on her feet, but when you put her on the floor to try to stand her or walk, she just kind of melts over.
Um, it was rude, but yeah, I got paid for that one, didn't I, Nate?
I'm not even
Going
mad.
back to Sherry. Sherry made a comment a little while ago. I want to go ahead and address it. I understand Ronan is young, okay, but Ronan, you have to understand that it's in the end, it's all Nate's decision. And Sherry, Nate's not the bad guy. He just made a decision. Um, I also have a feeling it was because of that night when Ronan took it a little too far. And I'm thinking that might have happened that night because Nate came back that night. So,
Iris!
but
Iris, are you guys
he
doing
has a
okay?
right to do that. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Carloop. Iris, how are you?
Iris, is everybody doing okay? I know you said that the houses aren't doing okay, but is everybody else in the neighborhood? Did you catch that on Discord?
I did. We're just kind of covering a bunch of different topics. Um,
On what?
you know, on what? But in the end, Nate has he has the freedom to make that decision. That is, everybody in chat does. If you see somebody doing something that you don't like, block them. If you just don't feel like you want to be in exchanges with kids, you also have to remember, guys, YouTube is changing their policies. And it's going to be more and more difficult for us to interact with the kids. Prerogative, yes. That's a good word.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Harrison, you're good as long as you're not a jackass, basically. Let's put it bluntly.
No. YouTube is changing their policies. They're using AI, and they will demonetize the channel if the AI, which is not perfected, thinks that you are being inappropriate with what they consider children on your channel. And so
But I'm saying,
we have to take some of that into consideration too. Like the car videos y'all did, I didn't know y'all were so mechanically minded. Hi, Brian. Yeah, she's pretty mechanically inclined, yes. Okay, Beans. Okay. Did I say AI did something? No, I didn't. I explained to you the email that we received. Content creators, we received those emails. Yeah, that's part of the legal ID. They're going to start asking for legal ID and all of that.
man, I just had to go
YouTube
through
is.
that with Meta. I had to do that with Facebook and shit here recently. I had to all but verify my damn self because they switching my phone. They flagged my pay stuff and wouldn't let me add cards. They add a card to it.
On Facebook?
Yeah, because I was trying to do Messenger. I was trying to pay somebody back.
I can't do Facebook Pay at all anymore. Grandma sent me a payment and it said that it was fraudulent, would not let me accept it. They said
Yeah,
it was fraudulent, and now I can't use Facebook Pay.
You know, they were saying something about suspected fraud on mine, and I went and contacted support and went through and got myself verified without having to pay for it. Thought I was your best friend, rude.
You must be in a different world because, YouTube it was even on national news that YouTube is making some big changes. Now, fortunately, everybody who is monetized, you have to prove who you are. So we had to give them legal ID. So they've got ours. But
Oh, look at Earl and her little kids.
they're going to use AI to determine the age of somebody. And I'm like, AI is not even perfected yet. What are you going to do? Tell me I'm 13 years old?
Dave Nate likes it nasty. Hello, Bob.
Well, Curtis, if you just want to sit there and play games, you go right ahead. I explained it exactly the way the email explained it. So sorry you don't understand. That's a comprehension problem you need to go fix in the mirror. Hi, Bob.
Curtis, I think you're just missing the point altogether. Satellites flew past you.
Do what?
I said, I think satellites flew past you.
What's that mean?
Because Earl said it's hard to read SAS sometimes, and he says it is hard to read. No, I think he thinks Earl's on the wrong side of that table. Bob, there's not really a real subject. We just kind of talk about whatever. La la.
Did you come in here for a fucking argument? Is that what you want, Curtis?
Ew. Nate. I can do all kinds of fixing in the mirror with heavy eye contact.
I didn't say anything about AI doing shit. I said what YouTube said. Why does it have to be a fucking argument?
To show you your topiary. Foot bush. Ooh, that was almost bad. One in the blue. It's not piss off grandma tonight. Nate, were you here for the 45-minute rant? You don't even deserve an answer. All right. See you later, Bob. Have a good day at work.
Good night, Bob.
I'm so glad it's not Rosie in the morning. But you know there's a problem. When the head of housekeeping says she wants to light hair on fire.
What'd you say?
The head of housekeeping, Donna, she was telling us this morning that because the girl that the whole issue with 204 last night. Remember me telling you that guy walked in there, looked like somebody was in the room? I didn't know what was supposed to be an empty room. I was talking to her about that this morning, and she went and pulled up the papers, the housekeeping boards, and she said something about this is the wrong day for De'Ara to pull her shit, and then started saying something about she wants to light the hair of a few of them on fire. Apparently, housekeeping's upside down right now. I'm like, well, I wanted to light her on fire. She's one of the housekeepers. Wibs. I've seen wibs before.
Seen what?
I said I've seen wibs before. That's a lot to say. Wibs. Holy shit! See, wibs McWobs.
Yeah, we've seen webs before.
Yeah. Do I need a lighter? Nope. I have a torch.
Dang. I got burned just like Scott did on that damn lighter.
It's one of these. Menards. Saw a kid set his hair on fire at a Motley Crue concert. I'm not surprised. No, I'm not saying that 5 times. Couldn't even say it once. And it's refillable. I don't know how much is left, but whatever. I'm not saying that. No. I couldn't even say it once. I screwed it up the first time. Reese's Take 5. Ew.
She used a Zippo for a while.
I still have it. I just need I need flint for it and I can't find it. Unless I go to a smoke shop and I don't ever go to those, so mine's actually custom engraved. Scott had it engraved for me.
Ritz. I'm eating Ritz crackers. I just need something on my stomach.
When you shop Menards. Hey, Dave, have you been to the second floor yet of a Menards? I just did that like 3 or 4 months ago. It's a little weird.
Yeah,
It's
the
their
second floor.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the stairs inside there? They got a second floor and it's like the big clearance stuff. Like the stuff that they're discontinuing. And then they've got a
I've only
walkway.
been there one time, so I don't remember anything.
They got a walkway that walks across the main the main part of the floor. And you go over and it's like the overstock on doors. Did I go over there and look at that? Nope, because I was not walking that bridge across. Nope.
Chicken and
Menard,
biscuit is good.
Menards, it's like a
Home
Home Depot,
improvement.
Lowe's, all that.
Earl. Pretty funky feeling. I'm used to warehouses. Trust me, we've tricked her more than that. Get rid of Juanita.
I should see if her has something to say. Jealous much? It kind of is like a hardware store.
It is like home improvement.
Home improvement. Oh, yeah, home improvement store. The first thing you notice about Menards is all the lights. Because their big light display is right at the front of the store. It's like makes you wonder what their electric bill looks like every month. Bees is what I thought. I was like, home improvement.
Ouch.
Good Lord.
Ouch. Oh my God, my hip popped like hell.
You came flying into frame.
Because when I took that last step, my hip popped. Come here. Come here. Come here, Jazzy. Jazzy.
No, it's like a home improvement store, Mama Bear. That's what she meant. She came flying in fast.
I
You became
know my hip popped and I'm like it gave way or something, and that hurt.
Desi. See, they don't have the Menards around here. The two that we have don't. They're not that big, so they don't have the little cart escalator things. Okay. Desi. That's as big as she's gonna get. She's old. She's not that big. No, no, you guys never got to. You guys never got to meet baby. That was or Kenny. Kenny was a big cat. No, ice is cold.
Baby
Well,
was Garfield status.
yeah. Kenny was just mountain lion.
Kenny was just a really tall cat. He was huge. And Zoe was normal, and Jazzy's just tiny, but she was also a feral. And ferals are all inbred and
No,
all
not
that.
Benny. I'm talking about Kenny. A cat she had years ago.
Yeah, we're talking about Kenny. It's a different cat. There was a time I had 4 cats. When Becca passed away, I had 4. Yeah, thought Benny was a girl. Then his balls dropped.
Oh man, you would have done that weird. We were at
What?
Bub's earlier. We were at Bub's earlier, and typical Onyx and Tubbs come out for affection. Onyx tried to grab a hold of my arm and hold me in place. Tubbs was just in my face meowing. And then Tyson kind of creeped over after a minute and then started flopping over and crawling across the carpet on his side. Dawn was off to the side. It was off over by the TV. I was like just inside the door behind the couch. He could see me. He was over by the TV with a toy. Like he went and got a toy and was just sitting off to the, and he kept looking down at it. He kept looking down at the toy. Like, come play with me. And then Juan came out. Didn't even know he was there until he headbutted me. I'm like, well, since when do you like people? Okay. Good night, Harrison.
Good night, Harrison. Everybody, if you haven't yet, please double tap the screen. A Brooklyn lounge. Breaking news. A shooting at a Brooklyn lounge. 3 dead, 8 injured. What?
Let me go pull it up on the computer.
You can when you're done. And who knows? It's coming from X, so it could have been 3 days ago. He does give a lot more personal information than I like. I've told him not to do that, but you don't have to give everything, but you are given too much. It's just not safe. People, there's weirdos watching lives these days. I would feel awful if something happened to you. A lovely dipshit. Folks like to relate. That's true. Hello, Andrew. That's very true. People do like to relate. I feel that. I feel it, Ronan. But Sherry, I'd rather him be here. But still, I don't want him to. You know what I mean? Oh, you're a public figure? What kind of public figure? Just a musician.
Boring night. So slow.
So, what kind of music do you do? Hi, Sonny. Okay. That's not something I listen to, so I wouldn't know who you are. But I'll at least get a look at you.
Why would they? Why? That I don't understand people. It's like, why would you bring it down here?
Dave Nasty. is the musician.
Oh, what kind of people do I work with? Weird. Ah! Plug.
Waffle House. Do we have a Waffle House here?
Wow.
I need to get those coloring pages from you.
Yeah. I should have sent them with Scott. But I didn't think about it. We do not have a Piggly Wiggly, no. We just barely got a Culver's, okay?
We don't have that either.
We have Culver's. Oh, you're talking about Piggly Wiggly? No. Oh.
I'm back. What's going on?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
In fact,
I
we
ran out
ran.
of shit to talk about.
That's what I was just fixing to say.
What's my favorite song? I don't really have one. I have a favorite artist. We need a happy subject. Lafayette, Louisiana, Old Town. Hi, Carrie.
Hello, Mark.
I'm Mark.
She would. She probably wouldn't even cook them.
You guys, I love this conversation. I'm getting a kick out of the conversation. Oh, OnlyFans.
Oh, geez. Here we go. Look at y'all started. Iris.
Make Footbush.
Ew.
You want my OnlyFans? It's all about feet. Here's my feet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gee. F and I. Looks like you got some cat in there, too.
You
Good
want
fucking.
OnlyFans? Here you go. I think I
Oh,
deserve a super chat, Vincent. You need to send me a super chat.
oh, gee, so that joined right as Footbush popped up. And F and I said, good fucking Lord. Mark said that's gross, but a moneymaker.
That's worth the super chat. Let's do it. You want my OnlyFans? You need to pay.
Get some googly eyes.
I need
Earl.
to make a googly eye mask. You know, with a hair tie, put some googly eyes on it, and I can wrap it on.
Mark said I bet someone's spanking the monkey right now.
And my foot bush is naked. It's naked right now, and you even get the dirty from when I was walking on the concrete, barefoot.
Vincent said this is. Nothing. Earl.
How's that for a happy subject, Sherry? Sherry, baby. Sherry, won't you come back tonight?
Where's Peekaboo? So Peekaboo can hear your voice, your singing voice.
What?
I said, where's Peekaboo? So Peekaboo can hear your singing voice. Trav just came back in. People are popping in. What the F is that?
Footbush. They call me Footbush.
Mark says kind of like the way her hair falls over her toes. Nate says stop it. Nate says stop it, Grandma. Shut it down. Oh.
Footbush is a problem solver. Anybody got a problem that Footbush needs to solve? Maybe sneak up somebody's ass and straighten them out a little bit.
Willie Wharton just popped in a minute ago, just randomly. He said, I'm deeply disturbed but fascinated at the same time. Earl says this is unhinged. Barris said the Four Seasons, Grandma.
The Four Seasons.
F and I said the moment your feet are up, it's troll time. Dave says, new hair, who this?
They call me Footbush.
This
This
is
is
you
for
running my
the
fetish quick.
OnlyFans trolls. The trolls love Footbush because they created the bitch.
That says you're ruining my fetish. Quit it. Mark says has she got her.
Come there, give me a kiss, Nate.
Mark wants to know if she's got a hairy sister.
Don't know.
Sherry said my father's favorite band was Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Is how I got my name.
Oh, there you go. Y'all want my OnlyFans? Well, there you go. And that bitch is naked too.
Who's Footbush's sister? Harry Palm?
Harry Palm.
Oh, Joan doesn't know about foot. Does Footbush give foot jobs?
Maybe.
Iris, some things are better left unanswered. It's a baby Sasquatch.
Baby Sasquatch.
Yes, it's Footbush, Joan. Are these the signs of the apocalypse?
How you doing, Joan?
Are these the signs of the apocalypse my grandpappy was talking about?
Well, don't ask me for my OnlyFans and I won't give you feet.
Is Footbush free Thursday night? Couple of drinks, nothing heavy, Mark says. Dave said Footbush officially is going back on tour. Get your tickets. Get your tickets now. They're opening for I pronounce it Guar. Gua. Oh, Iris says I'm buying tickets. Jerry's not into country music. Yeah, you know what? It sounds like I think Footbush has a little bit of a country twang. It's a concert of a lifetime. Earl said Footbush needs a better stylist. That hairdo's wretched as AF. F and I says I probably need Purell for my eyes. uh, Footbush sounds country enough though. It could be post grunge, could be alt whatever. I should have rolled the dice. Footbush needs a cowboy hat.
Oh.
Kevin.
What'd he say?
He randomly just popped back in and said, or bleach.
Yeah, that's what I get for walking on concrete out in the driveway.
Footbush looks like she needs lots of Pantene. Kevin is back. That's what F and I said. Earl said, this is giving me an idea for your emoji. OMG, you're going to love this.
Oh, yes. Give me oh, that's right. We need to get with her about emojis.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Footbush. Nikki, that's the plan, is to make Footbush with a sock and googly eyes.
I'll figure out what to do. I got to get some hot glue.
Dave said, absolutely, my cowboy project would be Footbush, potentially spelled BUSCH for product placement. Footbush prefer great clips or supercuts?
Oh, yeah. Eric Fisher.
Grandma, you need black dots on your toes for eyes. Easy breezy, beautiful Footbush. Is she a God-fearing Footbush? Footbush puppets. Make Footbush trimmed again. BAFTA. Dave said, all I need is a cowboy hat and I look like a bootleg Kid Rock.
Yep, somebody come in asking for my OnlyFans. Well, you don't need to go to OnlyFans to find my OnlyFans.
Footbush is naked. Put on your bushes, please. See, I can't come up with stuff this fast.
I can't either.
I think Footbush rifles beans. Nikki says.
Ah, yeah. Swipper or Footbush? Put that as a poll.
Charlotte, this is an ongoing joke. People come in talk about OnlyFans, and this is what they get. Oh, hello, Anthony. Footbush Febreze. Kevin says, make Footbush and OnlyFans. Wee.
Really?
What?
You said wee wee.
Yeah. When the Footbush album drops, y'all gonna be sorry as shit y'all asked for this.
You know what? I need to write some AI songs about Footbush. I need like 8 subjects.
Earl says, take me home. Oh, what did it say? I'm not singing it. No. Mark Mark says, have I got to ask her papa for her foot in marriage? Nate, you might regret that. I'm reading that out loud. I'd rather hear Baby Shark in a loop while shitting broken glass.
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark.
Why everybody's coming back?
Daddy shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark.
Because Kevin came back, Charlotte Richardson's here now, Anthony's here, Raging Dragon, Pizza Soldier.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark do 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 do. Mommy shark. Give me a kiss, Nate. Give me a kiss.
Gives a whole new Gives a whole new meaning to cinder foot bush front in her glass slipper. Baby shark. Kevin said my ears are bleeding. Someone please shove pencils in my ear. And Nate says, welcome to my life.
Oh, Footbush. They call me Footbush. And I
Sherry
was
says,
created because the trolls always wanted my OnlyFans.
Sherry
But you
says she
don't
done
have
lost
to
her mind.
go to OnlyFans. You just have to come visit here. Make sure to double tap the screen and leave us a like. Footbush deserves it. And don't forget to subscribe either.
Oops. Dragon, don't even ask. I keep hitting the screen. Mark says, gotta go. I love you, Footbush, worse and all.
Bye, Mark. Mwah.
Yeah, Sherry says you done lost your mind.
Oh, I lost my mind.
Dave said he's gonna do the song "Baby Shark" by Footbush.
Woo,
F and I says the trolls coming in here will be baptized, and we'll have a change of heart. Darren says I think everyone needs to have a Footbush live. Come dressed with the best Footbush. Darren says you have to spike your Footbush. F and I says, fellas, this is the weird part of YouTube. Woman, the little white truck is on their way. Straight Jacket City, Sherry says.
I can write some funky Footbush songs.
Reminds me of Fabio.
Fabio.
Footbush Midwest Tour kicks off in autumn. Bean said if anyone is looking for the I was traumatized by Footbush meeting, it's this way.
I can't go away. The trolls wanted my OnlyFans.
She's gonna be doing the Thorazine shuffle. Oh, J Cash, don't ask. Let's just say, hey, this is what happens when you ask for OnlyFans. You gonna tell Footbush good night, Nate? She brought the only toes.
They call me Footbush. I was created because the trolls
Call it
always
free.
wanted my OnlyFans. Well, you want feet? Here you go. Here's your feet with a bunch of damn bushy dog hair.
Man, look at you. You got Dave over here making a whole album. It's got
Really?
baby shark and the Thursday shuffle.
And the what?
The Thorazine Shuffle. Because Sherry said you're going to be doing the Thorazine Shuffle.
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, woo! Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, woo!
See, when people come in here, when trolls come in here asking for an OnlyFans, this is what they get. This is what happens every time. Back up. Hold up. Sherry said call a priest. Iris said I've already contacted 5.
And this bitch is naked. Down by the banks of the hanky panky where the bullfrogs jump from bank to banky with an eep, up, and a kerplop.
Farron said Popeye the Sailor Man lives in a frying pan. Turn on the gas and burn his ass. Popeye the Sailor Man, toot toot. James Jones, who says Footbush, hell, I'll call you Sasquatch Beach Blonde Hair. Pete says I definitely know how to make Footbush look like a punk rocker. Is Footbush's enemy Lamisil?
Lamisil.
It's just some random old lady singing Baby Shark with dog foot on her hair, pretty much.
Oh no!
Lamisil and other athletes' foot creams are directed opt to Footbush. Take that, YouTube AI algorithm. Don't tell me what to do. He said, yeah, plug this to my Discord, not gonna lie.
The only reason I stopped is because my battery. I have to plug the phone in.
F&I says, this is getting out of hand.
A Footbush cartoon. Y'all making my feet itch. Well, you know what? Does everybody know the story behind that? I said it in a video. If you're not watching my videos, you're not getting the full story of everything. One night I was live. I was just trying to hang out with everybody, and it was like everybody was paid that one stinking day to ask for somebody's OnlyFans. And like I said, these trolls only do this to women. And I got sick and tired of hearing it. And I'm like, OnlyFans, all of you all got feet fetishes? Okay, fine. Well, I had this big old sock on at the time and a bunch of dog hair all over my house. So there you go. You got Footbush. Grandma, what?
What?
That's right, Iris. Good night, Nate.
Good night.
Drinking cola is bad for your health.
No, because someone
Staring down the barrel of a 9mm is bad for your health. Drinking milk is bad for your health.
said smoking's bad for your health. Earl says saying dumb shit's bad for your teeth.
For real. So anyway, that's where footbush come from.
Breathing's bad for your health nowadays.
Yeah. Driving, having kids, voting for somebody. I mean, come on. Everybody double tap the screen and leave us a like. We sure appreciate it. It's free and it helps our algorithm. Being alive is bad for our health. Yeah. Hell, it don't matter what it is. It's bad for your health. Everything's bad for your health. So, pardon me while I don't give a shit after 35 years if a cigarette is bad for my health. It's really safe for your health. You should probably remember that.
You're bad for my health, and go away. Such for you.
Cigarettes are bad. Yeah, I'll be here because this is the most supportive and rational live YouTube I've ever seen. Good night, Nate. You guys from Texas? Wish I could visit. No.
Yeah, Dave's going to start sampling music for Footbush.
We are not from Texas.
The way you just said
Kelvin.
that.
Hi, Kelvin. I missed a lot of comments. I'm sorry. I will watch it on the replay. Land of the Ruby Slippers. Yes.
They live on the Yellow Brick Road.
Oh, we made it to 100 likes on the Yellow Brick Road. You know what? That's what I ought to do to my patio. Put bricks in there. You know, at the bottom of the steps. Put bricks in there. Paint them yellow. Thank you, Angela. You subscribe. You guys are so cool. Thank you, Cattails.
Don't stop believing.
Kevin, Night Nate. What?
Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
That's gross.
What?
Got a Band-Aid on the floor out there. It's gross. What's up?
I told you, Grandma, you have an untapped market share of the ice cream man waiting to just get plucked. That ice cream man guy, he's funnier than shit. You watch him for a while and you can't help but laugh. God bless my underwear from the washer to the dryer. God bless my underwear, my only pair. Oh, my God. Damn it. Hello, Nevaeh. You could walk footbush down the Yellow Brick Road. I could. I'll have your emoji done in a day or two. I'll put it in Discord when it's done. Sounds like a winner to me. Especially if I have permission to use samples of y'all saying funny shit. We're going to have a bomb album that will ring out true Americana. What is good for your health, Granny? You start it. Leaving me the hell alone. How about that? Shaq, nada. Hi, Jenny. I am way behind on comments, you guys. I'm so sorry. Be patient with me. I'm old. Them underwear, they reversible. Footbush needs a logo. Grandma, when we're in the Boy Scouts, our troop used to sing that. Which one? Diet Coke. To be here. Watermelon. Parents' toilet. Oh. Okay, Nevaeh has to be removed. That's too young. My only pair. Footbush, yes, yes, haha, cherry poppin'. Diet Coke, nectar of the gods, chef's kiss. Ah, my real mom doesn't care.
Sorry, I had to go put a little black plastic thing back on the door. You hear me? What happened? She's frozen. We built this city. Her life broke. She's gonna kick me here in a second. Yeah, it probably did. It's just me until it kicks me out. Ooh. Hello, H&H. We're fixing to get kicked off because I think her phone died. Yeah, possibly. Depends on what she does.